Nokia's story today is one of tragedy. The epic fall of a business once responsible for 40% of the mobile phone market share. While many have a deep sense of nostalgia for their old Nokia phones, the company has a far deeper history, dating back to the 19th century. With a long line of CEOs who have brought the company through many different terrains and ventures, Nokia has become close to bankruptcy and made deals with the Soviets within the space of 50 years. Despite having a rich history, nothing matches the rapid rise to stardom and even more, the rapid fall to earth that Nokia faced in the 2000s. In this video, we will cover everything from the origins of the company to its disappearance. In 1898, a Finnish rubber production company built some factories near a town named Nokia. They used this town's name for company branding, and business was going well for the newly named Nokia. That was until the beginning of what is known now as World War I. The world was in no state to do business once the war had ended, and as such, Nokia was on the brink of bankruptcy. They had nowhere to turn and had to ensure their survival. Shortly after, they were acquired by Finnish Rubber Works. The Nokia company still didn't have much of a name for itself. However, Finnish Rubber Works was eager to amass an empire. And to build an empire, you must be able to predict and prepare for where the business will be in the future. Knowing this, the decision was made to acquire Finnish Cable Works, a company founded in 1912 by Arvid Wikström. This company produced telephones, telegrams, and electrical cables. At the time, this technology was new and a somewhat risky investment, and now we know that this decision changed the future of Nokia forever. Time passed, and the three companies had good business, but not great business. On a national level, they had a substantial level of success. However, this was not enough. They had their eyes on the global market, and by the 1960s, international trade had greatly improved since the war, and the Finnish Cable Works wanted to get in on it. They soon made a trade agreement with the Soviets, supplying cables as part of the war reparations. After expanding into the Soviet market, the three companies had a merger and became the Nokia Corporation we know today. And by the late 1970s, the Soviet market was vital for Nokia and brought high profits to the company. The future was looking bright. As mentioned, Nokia had been supplying the Soviets since the 1960s. However, by the late 1970s, Nokia had been cooperating with the Soviet Union on scientific technology. The Cold War was very prevalent, and the tension between the Soviet Union and America had been running high for some time. Nokia was not afraid of this tension. In fact, they took advantage of the geopolitical situation and used it as a way to make money. Nokia had been importing American components and selling them in products to the Soviets. At first, the Americans didn't like this and were all very suspicious of Nokia's dealings with the Soviets. But soon, they came to realize the opportunity that was presenting itself to them. According to the US Deputy Minister of Defense, Richard Pell, Nokia had been secretly in cahoots with the Pentagon. The deal meant that the US was able to keep a set of eyes on the technological developments with Russia using Nokia's trading. We have now reached the 1990s. For the past 30 years, Nokia has been ruthlessly innovative in advancing its technology. Around this time, they had begun making significant contributions to the mobile telephone industry and assisting in the development of GSM, 3G, and LTE standards. The almost intuitive management decisions that pioneered this development were the cause of their early success. However, the rapid growth had to come at a cost. A recession had hit the Russian economy, and it was there to stay. Official Russian economic statistics indicate that from 1990 to the end of 1995, Russian GDP declined by roughly 50%, far greater than the decline that the United States experienced during the Great Depression. The Russian market was a big beneficiary of Nokia's success and still holds a lot of importance. As soon as the recession was coming to an end in the mid-1990s, Nokia experienced a near collapse in their supply chain. The swift development was coming back to bite them, and nothing had to be done. Nokia has demonstrated its ability to adapt quickly and seize opportunities, and this situation was no different. They were able to tighten up their systems and enforce strong discipline in their regulations. So what about their actual products? Nokia's early foray into the mobile market was less than successful. The company's first mobile phone, the Mobara Senator, was released in 1982 and weighed a whopping 21 pounds. While the Senator was technologically advanced for its time, it was too big and expensive to be widely adopted. It wasn't until the early 1990s that Nokia began to gain traction in the mobile phone market. In 1992, Nokia introduced the world's first GSM phone, the Nokia 1011. This phone allowed for international roaming, and it was a huge success in Europe. Nokia continued to innovate in the mobile phone space, releasing phones with new features like color screens, customizable ringtones, and the iconic Snake game. Nokia's phones were known for their durability, reliability, and simplicity, which helped to create a strong emotional connection with customers. By the late 1990s and early 2000s, Nokia was the undisputed king of the mobile phone world. At its peak, Nokia held a 40% market share in the global mobile phone market. So what made Nokia so successful? Well, there were several factors that contributed to Nokia's success. First of all, Nokia was able to create a strong brand image around its products. Nokia's phones were known for their durability, reliability, and simplicity. Nokia also created a strong emotional connection with its customers by introducing features like customizable ringtones and the iconic Game Snake. Another key factor in Nokia's success was its ability to innovate. Nokia was always pushing the boundaries of what was possible with mobile technology. In 1999, Nokia released the Nokia 3210, which was the first phone with an internal antenna. Nokia was also the first company to introduce smartphones with features like email and internet browsing. However, despite Nokia's early success, the company began to face challenges in the late 2000s. One of the biggest challenges was the rise of smartphones. While Nokia had been a pioneer in the smartphone market, the company was slow to adapt to the changing landscape. Nokia's early smartphones, like the N95, were popular, but they were quickly overshadowed by the iPhone and Android devices. Nokia's Symbian operating system was seen as outdated and clunky, and the company struggled to keep up with the rapid pace of technological change. Another challenge that Nokia faced was the emergence of low-cost Asian manufacturers. Companies like Xiaomi and Oppo were able to offer smartphones with comparable features at a much lower price point than Nokia. This made it difficult for Nokia to compete in the budget smartphone market. Despite these challenges, Nokia continued to release new phones and invest in new technology. However, their efforts were not enough to keep up with the competition. In 2011, Nokia made a crucial decision to partner with Microsoft and adopt the Windows Phone operating system for its smartphones. This partnership was seen as a last-ditch effort to compete with the iPhone and Android devices. Unfortunately, this strategy did not pay off. The Windows Phone platform struggled to gain market share, and Nokia's smartphone sales continued to decline. As Nokia's market share crashed, the company faced increasing financial pressure. In 2012, Nokia announced significant job cuts and the closure of several facilities in an attempt to reduce costs. However, these cost-saving measures were not enough to turn the company around, and in 2013, Microsoft announced that it would acquire Nokia's devices and services division for $7.2 billion. This acquisition marked the end of Nokia's journey as an independent mobile phone manufacturer. Post-acquisition, Nokia shifted its focus to its core business: telecommunications, infrastructure, mapping services, and technological development. And in 2016, Nokia made a bold move and acquired Alcatel-Lucent, a global telecommunications equipment company, for $16.6 billion. This acquisition allowed Nokia to expand its presence in the telecommunications infrastructure market and compete with industry giants like Huawei and Ericsson. The Nokia brand, however, did not disappear entirely from the mobile phone market. In 2016, HMD Global, a Finnish company, acquired the rights to use the Nokia brand on its mobile phones and tablets. Since then, HMD Global has released several Nokia branded smartphones and feature phones, targeting the budget and mid-range market segments. These new Nokia phones run on the Android operating system and have received a generally positive reception for their build quality, design, and affordability. In conclusion, Nokia's rise and fall in the mobile phone market is a cautionary tale of how even the most successful companies can struggle to adapt to technological changes and increase competition. Nokia's early success was due to its innovation, strong brand identity, and emotional connection with customers. However, the company's inability to react quickly to the smartphone revolution and its ill-fated partnership with Microsoft led to its eventual downfall. Today, Nokia's legacy lives on through its telecommunications infrastructure business and the Nokia branded phones produced by HMD Global. The story of Nokia serves as a reminder of the importance of adaptability and continuous innovation in the ever-changing world of technology.